The circle tool lets us create 5 different types of circles. One is starting with a center point, and then we can either tell it our diameter or radius. One is with 2 points. It starts out with being across the diameter of the circle, but it doesn't constrain it to those without any additional constraints. One is 3 points along the circumference of the circle. One is 2 points that we can then add another tangent to something else or any other constraint, or a radius or diameter. In the 3 tangent circle here, it has to be tangent to 3 different lines. It won't let you select an arc or a circle or in this option here. So if we go to the center diameter, I'm going to go ahead and just click, and you can see it's going to ask me to draw it out. I can click, and there's the circle, and then I can go in and tell it either diameter, or if I'm coming out, delete that one. If I right click, I can tell it I want to tell it the radius of the circle. So if I put that on the origin, you can see now it's fully defined. I'm going to go through these a little bit. So if I go C, that's the circle. If I do the 2 point, I just pick 2 points. You can see it drew it across the diameter. This doesn't really kind of tell you too much about it. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line here that then we'll kind of use this as our basis for doing that. So if I do a circle with 2 points, and I draw from here to here, you can see it's touching that line. And it went through the diameter. The center point is right there in the middle of it. But if I grab the circle, I drag it, you can see that it doesn't stay with the center of the circle on the line. So if I want that to stay through the diameter, I'd want to tell the line and that center point to be coincident. Or if I had another shape, so if I had another line out here, you can see as I draw that circle, if I come from the outside point in, it automatically adds in that tangent there. And now it won't let me pull that center point away. It'll always stay on it because it has the tangent between the circle and that line. So that'll help define that and keep it lined up. If I do the 3 point circle, just pick 3 points. It's going to go through those 2 points, and then whichever third point I pick, if I adjust those things, the circle will adjust also. I have a line, I do circle, and I do the tangent, the 3 tangent. It'll put it within those. If I happen to have, let's say, another circle in here, and I want it to be tangent to these 2 lines and to the circle, and I do tangent, it won't let me select that circle. It will only let me pick the line, not the circle. So if I do tangent, radius, I could put those 2 in. Now it's going to ask me for the radius. I can just kind of set it down wherever I want, and then manually go in and tell it be tangent to that. Now it'll let it do that. Or I could tell it diameter or a radius to lock it in. You can see now circle will stay the same size, the lines will move around it. And those are the types of circles that we can draw.